So on our way to Makaibari Tea Estate, we had to get some local breakfast. We're going to have some aloo puri. The aloo looks divine. ये आप सुबह सुबह बनाया? Fresh, lovely. Some tea. I've told him to make some Maggi, and now he's making some puri. And of course, we'll throw in some momos. Waiting for some warm breakfast on our way to Makaibari. Oh, beautiful! It's hot. Wow. You can't come to a Pahadi place or Darjeeling and not have their kind of Maggi. I've noticed something about these places. The fancy places are there, but the more humble, the more local the place, the better the food, the better the hospitality. You feel grounded, you feel good, you feel at home. It's beautiful. Kaddu ka sabji, bamboo shoot, or ye aloo. Wow. This is aloo dum. This is kaddu ka sabji, and this is a bamboo shoot sabji. Oh my God, the puri is so soft. Let me try the aloo first. Okay. Now let me try the kaddu. Very nice. I like the kaddu more. Bamboo shoot is the first time for me. It's crunchy. Oh my God, it's so different. Super. No lunch. Maybe. This is really hot. I'm going to wait for 2 minutes. But when there is a momo, you have to have it even if it's chicken. These are small. These should easily go into my mouth. But I'm going to wait for 2 minutes. No, waiting. When will it get cold? Here I go. My breakfast chicken momo. Oh. This is so good. Every small place, a random place in Darjeeling, whether it's a veg momo, pork momo, chicken momo, it's always good. So we're going to the Makaibari Tea Estate. I am super excited. We're going to do some tea tasting, maybe pluck some tea, and also check out the factory. Can't wait. Aitto Makaibari. It's written here, right here. Wow. Yay, we've reached. So beautiful this is. Look at this. These paintings. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure.
Can't wait. This is my first time in a tea estate. I've never been to one.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
Welcome to Makaibari,
Thank you.
the oldest tea garden of Darjeeling. Shah, they are running the fair trade.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know.
Now you are the tea garden manager.
I'm the tea garden manager.
So we are all after you.
I will show you around. We'll pluck some tea. Then we'll drink some tea.
Yeah, so you are here today at Makaibari, which is considered to be one of the oldest tea estates in the sense the tea garden started sometime in 1859, where the factory also came up at that time. 1859. And before that, actually, there were no factories, so this was the first organized factory which came up in 1859. And very interestingly, that was around about the same time when the so-called Darjeeling railways or the toy train, which has got commissioned at that point of time. So once we visit the factory, you will be seeing that it's all made with Burmese teak. Oh. So these were all bought at that point of time. Then we've got our machineries which have also been bought at that point of time. We've got rolling tables from a company called Britannia. The company no longer exists now, but we still use our machines because as they say, old is gold. We love them, and they are still giving us the best results. So this is, we are just crossing now the Taj Chia Kutir, which is inside our tea estate. So as you can see, this is the main hotel.
This is the entry for the Chia Kutir.
This is the entry for the Chia Kutir. So we're gonna have a visit here once we come back. Also, I can show you around. So this side, on your right hand side, is the restaurant area.
This is the coffee
So yeah, it's got the coffee shop. It's got everything. It's a la carte menu. And this side, right in front of you, these are the villas. So they have 4 villas and 68.
You can book them and come and stay.
Yeah, you can come and stay here also. So now we are just about entering into our tea estate. We have already crossed some of it, but we are going to enter now, and we'll definitely go into. And as you know, we were part of the G20 meeting as well. So the G20 summit meeting, one of the event was here in Makaibari. It was on 1st of April. And we did something very great for the people out here. As you can understand, Makaibari is very famous for the full moon night plucking. So all the delegates who came from different countries were a part of it. So this is the road going towards the first section which was ever planted here. Okay. So it's called Poila Kheti. Poila in Nepali means first, and Kheti is, well, a farm. The plucking is actually happening there today as well.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that.
You'll be seeing the pluckers there.
Wow. See. This is tea and an umbrella. I have to be careful. If I fall, I'm going to just roll. So this is the perfect kind of pluck.
Absolutely.
That makes the tea perfect. 2 leaves and 1 bud. This is something I learned today.
And she will put that thing behind your back so that you are like a plucker. When you're in the car, you are the garden manager. I
have to throw like this?
Yeah, you have to throw it inside the bag, not outside.
How will I know?
Inside the basket, yeah. Ah, perfect. It went in. You can do that as a picture, yeah.
Wow. How do I do this? Hardcore. Amazing. Ekta koli duto pata. Yeah.
And only we will pluck only which is on top of the table. So this is what we call it as a plucking table.
Okay, so the top ones are the ones that are ready,
Yeah,
the green ones.
Yeah, the green ones. Okay. Only the lighter. You see both the colors, right? So different.
So the fresh green looking ones are the ones we pluck.
The one, this is what we pluck.
Right.
So where the leaf is going to, the tea is going to be made.
And then it'll all go to London.
It'll go all over.
I'll go to London and we're going to get it with a petit four.
We had a tea, we still have a tea which is called as the Silver Tips Imperial, which used to be drunk by Queen Elizabeth. So when she passed away last year, we felt very sad because maybe we thought the connect with the Buckingham Palace is going to go.
Right.
But something very exciting happened this year. In the month of March, we got a mail from the royals and also from the British Embassy.
Yeah.
Saying that there's going to be coronation on May 6th for
Charles.
For
Charles.
And obviously he wants to give a gift hamper to all the guests who are there. So one of the items which he wanted
Darjeeling tea.
Obviously Darjeeling
tea.
And not from any other place but from Makaibari.
Absolutely.
And we
lovely.
made a tea for it, and it was called as the coronation blend.
Oh, I'm stuck. No snakes, no promise.
From this side. Step at a time, no issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, push through.
Yeah. You'll just have to push through.
You're used to seeing the gaps. I see no gap.
So this is a herb which was actually brought in by the Britishers when they were here, basically to beautify the bungalows, right?
Okay.
So you can see it's so beautiful. It's got lovely spots and all that stuff. So after that, it's now become a menace for us because it is from the bungalow.
Oh.
It is shifted over all across the field.
But this is not
And
tea at all.
This is definitely not tea. So here they call it, locally they call it tik-tike jhar. Jhar means a weed. Tik-tike means the little polka dots all around there.
Okay, as long as there's no
that's why.
tik-tiki.
So they call it the tik-tike jhar.
It's so pretty, but
It looks so
it's got
good.
pink dots.
It's got pink dots. So this is what the Britishers brought in to beautify the bungalows. But from there, the seeds have spread out.
So we did some tea plucking, walked around this place. It's beautiful, though it's a little cloudy. Now we're going to go check out the factory and do some tea tasting.
So welcome once again to the beautiful Makaibari Tea Estate.
Yes.
So this is just a panoramic view of how you can get the history of what we are. So as you can understand, this is one of the oldest tea estates to have started here in Darjeeling.
1850.
1850 was when it was established by the British government to cultivate tea. And in 1858, as you know, there were no tea factories around at that point of time. So we were the first garden to have started a tea processing factory, which is here, it's the same building. It was by Mr. Banerjee, who was the fourth generation, who had done a lot of work, the previous owners of this garden. We are very proud to tell that we are the first certified organic garden since 1988. Wow. Because that's when the Europeans came in to buy a lot of Darjeeling teas, and that's when the Russians had moved out in a little bit. So we are the first organic certified garden. We are also the first Demeter, that means we are our biodynamic certified garden. We are also a fair trade garden since 1993. So the present owners are the Chatterjee family, and
Yes.
Mr. Rudra Chatterjee is our...
Thanks to him, I'm here today.
yeah, of course. And this is what we are today. As you can understand, we've got 25 gardens. We've got it all across. In India, we've got it in Assam, in Kachar, in Tripura. We've got here in Darjeeling this beautiful iconic Makaibari Tea Estate. Then we've got a garden in the Terai region, which is a garden by the name of Fulbari, which is very close to the airport. And then we have got three amazingly beautiful properties in Africa. We've got three gardens in Rwanda as well.
You're all over.
So just mind your heads, because this is a factory built in 1859.
Okay.
Where the first thing happens in the field, obviously, where you have the plucking going on, and once the leaves are plucked, they are carried either by the people who are close by in headloads in the baskets, the one which you carried in the field, and then otherwise we've got our tractors and we've got our trucks, so they get in the leaf. So these are called as the withering trough. Okay. So the first process which we do here is we wither the leaf. That means we remove the moisture out of the Basically leaf. These are the withering troughs, where the leaves, once it comes from the field, they are put in here, and at the end of the tunnel we've got a fan. So the fan blows in normal air and the leaves get withered. That means we remove the moisture out of the leaf. So this is a very long process. We dry it out. So it stays here for almost about 14 to 16 hours, and the next day morning the leaf is ready to be taken for the next process. Okay. Once the leaves are ready, which is an overnight process, the leaves are collected from here in bags, and then as you can see these manholes here, so this is from where the leaf is put down to the next process, which is the process of rolling.
So the leaf arrives from this?
Yeah, because it stays here overnight. So when we come into Makaibari, this is what we are. You have to touch the tea, you have to look into the tea, you have to smell the tea, and you have to taste the tea. So this is what we are all about. Now you see, we are, as you have noticed in the garden, our terroir is so beautiful that it's all across in different hills. So the different hills gives us a different flavor and character and aroma profile of the tea. Every hill, because you see, over the years, whatever little I've experienced over the last 3 decades, teas are so beautifully done. China section of a high elevation will give you a different flavor, a mid elevation will give you a different flavor, and a low elevation will give you a different flavor.
Which is the most in demand?
Normally it's the China teas which are very much in demand, and also there's one tea which we are very famous for. It's known as the Silver Tips Imperial. As you know, this is what the Queen Elizabeth used to drink. So that's a very special tea. Obviously we'll do our tasting and you'll see that. So this is what we are. Now, this is what I was talking to you about, the magical, mystical Makaibari. So when you look into Makaibari per se, you see the green area is where our tea are.
Okay.
And the balance area is where we have a lot of wildlife.
That's amazing.
So this is all part of our entire paraphernalia.
And you all let them exist.
We let them exist, and that is our main thing, that we coexist with the wild. That's what we do. So basically, as I told you, we are the first certified organic garden, and we have been doing this from 1988. So we feel very proud that today our tea has gone to many places all across the world. And when the people talk about Darjeeling, they talk about one garden, and that is Makaibari.
Of course.
Yeah. So now when you look into here, these are some of our main sustainability. Women empowerment is one. As you can understand, this is a very, absolutely, they are the backbone of the entire industry. Anywhere, wherever you see, it's the women who are the backbone. And we respect them for what they do. And you have had a little bit of a experience of doing that thing, and you can understand how cumbersome and how tough it is.
What experts they are.
So we also give a lot of impetus into education for all our children. So this is their children, this is all the workers. We've got schools within the tea estate. We've got a library where the kids are encouraged to come over and read all the books.
Lifestyle for them within.
Very much within the estate. So for them, this is home. So they are basically the third generation, and some maybe the fourth generation as well. This chart basically gives you an entire idea of what the different types of teas goes through. So here in Makaibari, we make white teas, we make green teas, we make oolong, and we make black tea as well. So this is basically the chart of what happens with the leaf and how it goes. So all the teas,
Step by step.
absolutely step by step, because this is something very interesting, that the tea leaves are the same,
Yeah.
but how you process it makes it a different type of tea. So we are here at the first sim. Now you see the shoot which is coming in. So this is basically from where the withered leaf comes in, and it goes inside this machine which is called as the rolling table. And as you can see, this is made by a company called Britannia, which is long extinct now, but we are still using it. These are machines which are over 150, 160 years old.
How old is this machine?
Yeah, these are about 150 to 160 years old, and we use that. It's vintage stuff. It's vintage stuff.
Yeah.
So what we basically do is that we give a twist to the leaf, and in the process, the cells are raptured. And once the cells are raptured, the enzymes and the flavors are broken, so the flavors and the aromas come out. Maybe about 90 to 100 kilos of withered leaf goes inside there in one go. And then once the leaves are shaped across, we have a thing which is known as the pressure cap, which is on top. So depending upon what type of twist we want, how much of rolling we need to do, so everything comes out.
Is this the machine that decides the kind of tea you will make?
Yeah, basically this is basically making the tea. This is to give you the appearance of the tea, because when I'll taste the tea, I'll show you what is looked first. We talk about.
This happens before the withering or after?
No, after the withering. It's a withered leaf which comes in here. It comes in from here, it gets rolled here.
Where you put it into that.
Correct, into that small hole which was there, the manhole. Then that comes in here and straight into this. Right. So once the leaves are ready, it falls into rung trolleys. So it comes into the rung trolleys, and from the rung trolleys, it goes over to those beds there, which are basically the oxidization beds. That means the leaves are fermented there. So this is the rolling table, as you can see, and on top we have the pressure plate. So this is where the pressure is given to the leaf, depending upon the different types of leaves which we want, so that it gets rolled according to the shape which we want. So here, as you can see, this is the rolling table. And the withered leaf is what comes through this shoot. Through that hole which you saw on top, is from that hole the leaf comes in here directly into this place.
So this is the step after the withering.
After the withering. After the withering, the leaf comes in. This is the first step, which is known as rolling. So this is basically a mini rolling table. So these are all made in China. So when we have some specialty small batches of teas to be made, so we do it in these small mini rolling tables.
This is for the snooty tea.
This is for the snooty tea.
I
This
like
sort of there. So this is once the tea is ready, it goes in there. We put it inside there, and then everything is done here manually. We put it on, and there you saw it's been done by thing. This is done manually, where we know how much of pressure is to be given, and accordingly it's been given here.
Like this is for the queen.
This is for the queen. This is definitely for the queen. And once the leaf is ready, we know how to do it. We open this, and the leaf falls down. Yeah.
Put something to
And we have small say gamlas or some containers, so which they carry in.
Lovely. They're cleaning it, huh?
Once the fermentation is over, the leaves are bought from there manually, and it's put inside this machine, which is known as the dryer. The leaves are dried around here with very high temperatures, and it stays inside the dryer for a good 23 minutes. We are very precise with our timings, so it has to be dried exactly for 23 minutes, and then the leaf comes in and it falls down here, which we call it as the dry mount. Now the dry mount is something where everything is all mixed up together. So from here we will go going over to the sorting room, where the leaves are handed over to the beautiful hand of the ladies, so that they can sort it into different grades.
Sorted based on what?
Sorted based on different sizes, so they are different, the leaf size, yeah. So they are basically,
The different size.
there are basically 4 different sizes which we make. We call it the leaf grade, the brokens, the fannings, and then the dust.
Oh.
So these are the different types of teas which we are showing you here. Obviously the one which we are very proud about is definitely the Silver Tips Imperial, the tea which is plucked on a full moon night. So you can
Full
see,
moon night?
yes, it's always done in a full moon. Purnima Rate kora hai.
Quite.
So this is where you find all the white things. These are all the silver tips. Now
This is the silver tip.
this is the silver tips which is there.
That's why it's called the silver.
That's called as the Silver Tips Imperial. Now this is one tea which is known as a white tea. It's a tea called as the Bai Mu Dan. Bai Mu Dan is a Chinese word which means white peony. Bai in Chinese means white. So this is, as you can see, the best thing about it is that this tea is dried and it's made, and it has still kept the same appearance of the 2 leaves in a bud. We have to be very delicate in making this.
And not
So,
break it.
not break it. So once the leaf is being infused, you'll find that it will open up into a 2 leaf and a bud. So this is our leaf tea, which we call it as the FTG FOP Man, which means fine, tippy, flowery, golden, orange, pico. That's what the name of the tea is. This is a green tea, as you
It has
can.
all the colors.
It's basically a nice black tea, which is an oxidized tea. Any black teas are fully oxidized tea. This is a green tea, as you can see that green hue which is there. These are either steamed or pan fried. So this is a green tea. This is against the brokens, which is the condiments which come up from here. There will be some part which will get broken. So these are the brokens which has got a nice and stronger aroma and flavor. And then this is basically the fannings or maybe the little bit of a dust, which normally goes in tea bags. इसमें क्या सर? देखो ना. ये black tea हो? You give us spoil. So we are here now after a long visit to the garden. So we are serving you a beautiful second flush.
Cheers.
So cheers to that.
Wow.
It's got something which we say a total nice bold tea, which is very strong to the palate and something which is loved
It just refreshes you in a second. Definitely the best Darjeeling tea I've had till now. We've seen these Makaibari stores everywhere, even in the Kolkata airport.
At the Kolkata airport, that's
and
been
now I'm
recently.
here, so it feels nice.
Absolutely.
आप लोगों को मालूम है ना किधर किधर से जाने पूरा दिन करते हैं ऐसा तो कितना कितना केजी निकालते हैं एक एक दिन
15-20 केजी तक टिकता है वो।
एक एक दिन एक एक जन का
My God.
It's a lot.
दिन में नहीं एक टाइम में और 2
12
बजे तक
दो बार।
12 बजे तक 15-20 किलो एक एक जन
हाँ।
वाओ एनर्जी क्या आप खाते क्या एनर्जी कहाँ से आती है आपका आप इधर कितने साल से काम कर रहे हैं आप लोग 32 इयर्स तो अभी यहीं पे आपका घर है यही आप सब लोग का इतना मतलब इतना दिन से यहीं पे है आंटी कितना दिन इधर She's so cute. She's laughing. She's just look at her face. She's feeling shy. Auntie, उधर देखिए ना. Auntie, she's so cute. आप कितने साल से इधर हो? She must be here for like ages.
Yeah, she's-
Thank you for plucking, so that we can enjoy the tea. आप लोग pluck करते इसलिए हम लोग पीते हैं. तो thank you.
2 वर्ष भयो छोराको चाहिँ के 2
के
वर्ष
बोल्छ?
2 वर्ष भयो अन्त छोरा पनि खस्यो
9 वर्ष भयो
9 वर्ष भयो
No more salad. Okay, so we are here now at the tasting room of Makaibari Tea Estate.
Right.
So you get to taste some of our finest teas. So what we normally look at, we look into the appearance of the tea.
It's the silver tip.
Is the Silver Tips Imperial, and then what we do is that we look into the infusion. Now, as you can see, I'm going to show you what the infusion is all about. So this is the infusion, and this is what we do is what we say we nose the tea. That means we
Smell it.
smell the tea when the beautiful aroma comes in. If you can smell this. So, and then the last but not the least is definitely the liquor. So we taste that directly.
From the bowl, I'll taste.
So you can taste it from the bowl as well. That's what we normally do.
Let's go. This is the silver tip.
The Silver Tips Imperial.
Okay, it's got a different kind of a smell.
Very much.
Okay.
So then this is one which is called as the silver green.
Okay.
This is a green tea where you can see the appearance, and
Let
then
me smell it. You
we
shake
will
it.
smell the thing, we'll check the thing, and then you see it's a very different smell.
Yes. Silver green. Okay. This is a little similar to each
It's
other.
a little bit, but this is more of that, anoxia. Now this is like the silver green where you can see the leaves are
and the
all
stem.
and the full way. Now as you can see here, is the full leaf is just there. I mean, just opened up into just the way it is.
Okay. This is the white tea.
This is the white tea,
Let me
which is
try
a
the
tea called as the Baimudan.
By Mudan.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is white peony.
This is subtle.
Yes, very subtle. Very
I
subtle.
like this.
Very subtle. And then this is our premium first flush tea, made normally in the months of March and April, where you smell this one. This is a very light liquoring tea, very soft to the palate, very delicate and very aromatic.
This is got more aroma.
Yes.
This is the first.
This is the
flush.
first flush tea.
Vintage.
So this is our muscatel tea, the
Muscatel.
second flush. So this is the appearance, and I'm going to see the infusion, and this is what the infusion is all about. And wow, beautiful. It's got a nice muscatel aroma to it, and this is a tea which is much more stronger to the palate. If you can taste this one.
This is a stronger one.
This is a much more stronger
This
tea.
is black tea.
This is all black tea. This is black tea. Yeah, the first flush and the second flush.
This is strong.
This is stronger tea.
I think I'm going to take home the first flush.
The first flush. The first flush is a light liquoring
Yeah.
tea and a beautiful tea. So basically, this is how we taste it. We slurp the tea actually. So this is we take in the tea and then we. and then you drink the tea, of
That's
course.
how an expert tastes it.